Every kid has a book of scales somewhere around, and you sit there and you play those, and if you don't apply them to some sort of music, there's no use for them. And once you start to play something like the music, you start to take off and you forget about the scale. I know a lot of guitar players that are amazing with scales. I always talk about Steve. He's like my sort of technical guitar mentor. He always is telling me all these different things that you can do, but I usually find a hard time applying them. It's a lot of just weird tricks that you can do, starting on different notes, putting a different scale and different key, this and that and the other. And I can't play with feel or any kind of emotion and be able to sort of mix those two. So I just sort of make it up as I go along. But the main thing that I do go for is obviously the rock sound. So that really is the simplest scale, and then just putting different notes in that. I stick with as many different rock positions as I can get, and what changes them is, like, okay, say we're playing in C, right? And we're playing, 1-4-5 progression. Then you've got two different sort of very standard scales for it, and they have that scale all the way up the neck, right? And then the other one is the sort of, which is sort of an A, really, but anyway, and those are two, and then you just start breaking up, like, so there's that, and then there's these passing tones. So here's the major scale, or however you want to, you know what I mean, right? And then so in that position, you can go, or stuff like that. And then when it gets into minor stuff, say it's in the same key, then you bring in all the flat third, and depending on the song, if it's got an F major in it, or sometimes it just sounds cool, where you bring in the sixth, right? Which in a minor note sounds pretty weird. But if you're doing a really sort of real minor stuff, then you have the flat six.